Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
dear student. I think we have already started learning
Good
of
morning, sir.
ratio analysis. During last lecture also and previous to that also I have made the base. I told you, you have to remember, recollect and should be in a position to reproduce all the ratios. For your understanding, we have classified ratios into three categories. I have asked you to write as an assignment. एटलीस्ट 5 टाइम अगर आप वो रेशियोज लिख के आएंगे आई थिंक इन फ्यूचर अगर मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन पूछे एंड डेफिनेटली इन C1 and C2 till it is an objective kind of examination pattern, this ratio analysis will have very good weightage, because for the paper setter it's very simple to ask. Either they may ask the formula or they may ask, give you the question and the detailed values, and they will ask you to incorporate them into formulas and get them the answer. Is this clear? So first ratio, which is known as revenue statement ratio or profit and loss ratio or income statement ratio, they are 5 ratios. Okay, मैंने categorize करके आपको दिया है table. Okay, ratio, their formulas, how they will be expressed as, whether it will be expressed in terms of percentage or it will be expressed in terms of time or it will be expressed in pure form. Pure form मतलब is to form, or it will be expressed in terms of rupees, so on and so forth. Okay, then high ratio will be suitable for the company or low ratio will be suitable for the company. Okay, and why we are calculating this ratio, whether for inventory management or for investment or to see the dividend policy of the company or debt policy, whether we should invest as a debenture holder or we should finance them to those company or not, etc. etc. So the first 5 ratios are known as P&L ratio. Why they are known as P&L ratio? Because numerator and denominator is from profit and loss statement. Numerator and denominator is from profit and loss statement. Say for example, gross profit ratio. The formula is gross profit upon net sales into 100. What is net sales? Total sales minus sales return, whatever, cash credit minus sales return. Okay, into 100, whenever it will be there in any of the formula, it will always be expressed in terms of percentage. Of course, it is profitability ratio. High ratio will be suitable for the company. If you have written those things, kindly cross tally your answers, because I'm just giving you the answer for those and I'm repeating those ratios. तो आप देखेंगे तो आपको आइडिया आएगा कि what I am referring to. Okay, so this was all about gross profit ratio. Then we have net profit ratio. Net profit ratio is categorized in different categories. Net profit, operating net profit before tax, and net profit after tax. Okay, for operating net profit, the formula is operating net profit upon net sales into 100. Net profit before tax, the formula is net profit before tax upon net sales into 100. Net profit after tax, formula is net profit after tax upon net sales into 100. All will be expressed in percentage, and high ratio will be suitable for the company. We know how the functioning efficiency and effectiveness of the company or profitability of the company goes on by calculating these ratios. Next, we have operating ratio, that is total cost of operation, cost of sales plus operating cost divided by net sales into 100 is the formula for operating ratio. Okay, cost of sales plus operating cost divided by, or operating expenses divided by net sales into 100. As it is a cost, low ratio will be profitable for the company or better for the company. Next, we have expense ratio. The expense again in financial management is sub-classified into 3 categories: office and administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, and financial expenses. So again, either operating expense upon net sales into 100 Profits and administrative expense upon net sales into 100, or selling and distribution expense upon net sales into 100, or financial expenses upon net sales into 100. These are expenses, low ratio will be profitable for the company. Next, we have turnover ratio, that is stock turnover ratio. Okay, so stock turnover ratio is always calculated in terms of time. And high ratio will be better for the company. If we are calculating the stock turnover for finished stock, then the formula is cost of sales upon average stock of finished goods. Finished goods average stock means opening plus closing divided by 2. If opening is not given, closing will be considered as average stock. Similarly, if it is work in progress turnover ratio, then cost of production divided by average stock of work in progress. And if it is raw material turnover ratio, then raw material consumed upon average stock of raw material. These ratios are calculated to know the expense management or inventory management of the company, whether it is better or not. Again, it will impact in the profitability of the company. Next, 6 ratios are balance sheet ratios. Okay, why they are known as balance sheet ratio? Because numerator and denominator we are getting from balance sheet statement. Okay. In all balance sheet ratios, industry standard is given. Like for current ratio, the standard is 2:1. For quick ratio, standard is 1:1. Likewise, all 6 balance sheet ratios, the industry standard is given. The formula for current ratio is current asset upon current liability. The formula for quick ratio or liquid ratio or acid test ratio is quick asset upon quick liability. What is the quick asset? What is the difference between current and quick asset? The quick asset is immediately convertible into cash. So they are considering 2 as non-quick current assets. They are stock and prepaid expenses. Because stock you have until unless the new customer will come, they do not have cash. Till then, it will be non-quick in nature. हमको पता नहीं वो आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, आएगा भी तो मेरा स्टॉक पसंद करेगा कि नहीं, और मेरा स्टॉक पसंद भी कर लिया, मेरा भाव लगाएगा कि नहीं, और भाव भी लग गया, सब कुछ हो गया, लेकिन उसके पास पैसे हैं कि नहीं. That is what is known as non-liquid or non-quick current assets. So stock and prepaid expenses are non-quick. Remaining all current assets are quick. Similarly, bank overdraft and cash credit are non-quick. Remaining all current liabilities are quick. Okay. Then we have stock working capital ratio, closing stock upon working capital into 100. Then we have proprietary ratio, proprietor's fund upon total assets. That is shareholders fund upon total assets. Then we have debt equity ratio, debt upon equity. And then we have capital gearing ratio, funds with fixed interest and dividend divided by funds with without fixed interest and dividend. Okay, so preference share will be shifted up because that has fixed rate of dividend. Remaining all equity and their past shares, their reserves will be part of funds without fixed interest and dividend. Okay, so this is how your P&L 5 and balance sheet 6 ratios are done. Then remaining all are combined ratios. Combined ratio starts with returns. Returns on total assets, returns on proprietors fund, returns on equity. So it always gives how much we have invested and how much we are getting return from my investment. Always starts with net profit, operating net profit or not profit before tax plus interest on net profit after tax upon interest divided by whatever the proprietor's fund or total assets or total funds employed into 100, so on and so forth, and then give the returns, how much we have invested and how much we got it back. In balance sheet, we have one thing which I have discussed and given you with an example. The distinguish between short-term, medium-term and long-term solvency, or immediate, short-term and long-term solvency. with example. Okay. Then we have debtors turnover ratio or age of debtors, creditors turnover ratio or age of creditors. Then we have earnings per share ratio. Of course, debtors turnover ratio is same as we had the stock turnover ratio. There we have cost of sales. Here we will be having total sales, net sales. There we had average stock of average stock. Here we will be having average debtors and bills receivable. So बहुत easy है if you want to remember and recollect. All are interlinked. But suppose if I am interested to know age of debtors, कितने दिन तक हम लोग debtors को credit दे रहे हैं, then average debtors and bills receivable divided by net credit sales into 365, answer will be in days, into 52, the answer will be in weeks, into 12, the answer will be in months, but it will remain same. अगर 30 days आएगा तो 4 week आएगा तो 1 month आंसर आएगा, आंसर चेंज नहीं होगा, सबका मतलब एक ही है. तो आपने देखा एक न्यूमरेटर और एक डिनोमिनेटर से आता है. ओके, द नेक्स्ट वन इज as I told you just now, earning per share, net profit after tax minus preference dividend divided by number of equity shares, or price earning ratio. How much price? This is actual earning per share is the actual value of your share. Suppose 10 रुपए आ रहा है, मतलब उस कंपनी से 10 रुपए का डिविडेंड तो आपको मिलना ही मिलना है. उस कंपनी का वैल्यू ऑफ शेयर 10 रुपया होना ही चाहिए, क्योंकि वो शेयर 10 रुपया ऑन करके देगा. बट सपोज वो शेयर मार्केट में 100 रुपए में बिक रहा है, दैट इज नोन एज प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो. द फॉर्मूला इज market price upon EPS. Then it is 10 times more than the actual price. That will see the volatility of that share, whether you to invest or not. Then we have dividend ratio. Then we have dividend yield ratio. Then we have debentures. Suppose आपने invest करा, at least you are able to collect an installment and interest or not. If not installment and interest, at least installment only the interest part or not. These were the ratios which we have discussed. जैसे मुझे याद है वैसे आपको भी याद रहना चाहिए. नहीं याद रहेगा then it will be difficult for you to attend those questions. Have I discussed these things just now? यही बोल रहा था क्या मैं? देखो, tell me at least yes or no. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
मैंने क्या पूछा, जैसे मुझे सारे रेशियोज आते हैं वैसे आपको भी आना चाहिए, अदरवाइज कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा. And in your syllabus we don't have direct question, we have reverse calculation. इसके लिए तो सारे रेशियोज आने चाहिए. For practice only we will be doing direct question. यही सारी चीजें मैंने बताई ना अभी. Gross profit, net profit divided into 3 categories, operating, cost of sales into plus operating expenses. ये सब बताया ना. लो रेशियो अच्छा होता है, हाई रेशियो अच्छा होता है, क्यों कैलकुलेट करते हैं. एक्सपेंसेस दिख रहा है क्या? स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो, ये 5 एनुअल रेशियो थे. देन वी हैव सीन करंट रेशियो, क्विक रेशियो, स्टॉक टर्नओवर रेशियो, प्रोप्राइटरी रेशियो, डेट इक्विटी रेशियो एंड कैपिटल गेन. ये सब बैलेंस शीट का रेशियो. एक गलती से यहाँ लिखा गया है, ऊपर आएगा. इसके बाद कंबाइंड एंड मिसलेनियस है. रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड, रिटर्न ऑन टोटल एसेट, रिटर्न ऑन प्रोप्राइटर्स फंड, रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स फंड. उसके बाद मैंने डेटर्स टर्नओवर रेशियो सिखाया आपको, एवरेज कलेक्शन बताया, क्रेडिटर्स टर्नओवर रेशियो बताया. काइंडली कंसीडर इट इज एज एन असाइनमेंट. हर एक बच्चा 5 टाइम्स लिखेगा. ठीक है. capital budgeting already assignment date requirement, then this will be considered as an assignment. I'll check these assignments after a week. तुम लोग का इंटरनल शेड्यूल हुआ क्या? T1 के डेट आए क्या आप लोगों के?
No, sir.
Then dividend. Then yield ratio, debt service coverage ratio, then interest coverage ratio. Okay, these were the ratios we just now have discussed. Okay, so now based on this, they will give you the question like this, and they'll ask you to compute those ratios. उसके लिए हमने एक क्वेश्चन लिया था, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म किया इन दिस स्टेटमेंट. पहले आपको वर्टिकल स्टेटमेंट बनाना पड़ेगा, एंड देन यू कैन कैलकुलेट ऑल दीज रेशियोज. मैंने वर्टिकल का ही क्वेश्चन किया था. Yeah, this is your question. For which I have the answer over here. Okay, so what you will do, you will just mention where this item will be reflected. I hope this question you can do it with your own. Yes or no? हम लोग सेल्स को सेल्स में लिखेंगे, ऑपरेटिंग स्टॉक को कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, परचेजेस कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, वेजेस कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, फैक्ट्री एक्सपेंसेस कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, ऑफिस सैलरी, ऑफिस एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस, ऑफिस रेंट, office and administrative expenses, postage and telegram, office and administrative, director fees, office and administrative, salesman salary, selling and distribution, advertisement, selling and distribution, delivery expenses, selling and distribution, debenture interest, financial. Likewise, we will subdivide them and we'll make this format ready available to them. I think vertical statement you must be aware. ये पता है ना आपको? Yes or no? आप लोगों ने लोअर एग्जाम में पढ़ा, लोअर क्लास में पढ़ा रहेगा ये सारी चीजें, हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो बस अभी इसी को अप्लाई करके क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो. Get me all expenses ratio. So the very important thing to proceed with the ratio calculation is to convert them into vertical statements. Once you have converted them into vertical statements, you have taken sales, total sales, you have deducted the returns, then you have taken cost of sales, which comprises opening stock, purchases, wages, factory expenses, सारा चीज आपने ले लिया, right? Depreciation, closing stock, You will get total cost of goods sold. ठीक है? This is your gross margin. This is your office and administrative expenses. जो मैंने आपको बताया. This is your operating net profit. This is not net profit before tax, and this is your net profit after tax. फिर उन्होंने जितने भी formulas पूछे हैं, till here you have done. Once this part is done, then remaining is very simple. Kindly take down the screenshot at least, because we don't have much time. Only 4 minutes left. I'm dealing with this question. इसका पहले स्क्रीनशॉट लीजिए और ऐसे बैठ के घर पे क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस कीजिए. ऑल एमकॉम स्टूडेंट, बेसिक रेशियोज आई कैन नॉट टेक मोर देन 2-3 lectures because I need to teach you reverse calculation. For that, all ratios is must. आपके जहन में सारे रेशियोज होने चाहिए. देन ओनली आप उसके बैलेंस शीट और इनकम स्टेटमेंट को कंप्लीट कर पाओगे. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन आपके पास भी रहेंगे पुराने, प्रैक्टिस करो. Then this format, vertical format. So now we got all the important details which is required for calculation of ratios. So first ratio is gross profit ratio. Gross profit के लिए gross profit कितना है? 4,70,000. Sales कितना है? 20. 4,70,000 divided by 20 into 100, 23.50. Clear है? Net profit ratio. Net profit ratio is subdivided into 3 categories. है ना? 3 categories में net profit है. Operating, before and after. ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको घर पे बैठ के प्रैक्टिस करने हैं. इट विल बी एन असाइनमेंट. ये देखो, all 3 net profit we have with us. We have net profit operating, before and after. तीनों का अलग अलग करेंगे. Operating net profit upon net sales into 100. Net profit before tax into net sales into 100. Net profit after tax into net sales into 100. समझा क्या?
Yes, sir.
So you all
Yes, sir.
better practice
Yes,
at home.
Yes, sir.
You must have studied in bachelor program. कोई भी बैचलर डिग्री क्या रहेगा, इतना तो आपने किया ही है. मैं आपको दूसरे टाइप के रेशियो सिखा रहा हूँ. ये तो मैंने अंडर ग्रेजुएट से ये रेफरेंस के लिए लिया है. आपके सिलेबस में ये नहीं है. आप में रिवर्स कैलकुलेशन है. तो जब तक ये नहीं आएगा तब तक आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हम लोग. तो 1-2 लेक्चर में इसको रिवाइज करेंगे, देन वी विल गो फॉर रिवर्स कैलकुलेशन. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, cost of sales plus operating expenses. Okay. Expenses ratio and turnover ratio. सारे हमने कैलकुलेट किए. Let me see. This is question number 9, page number 76. जो मैं तुमको होमवर्क देते जा. Question number 9, page number 76. सिमिलरली वर्टिकल बैलेंस शीट पे भी क्वेश्चंस रहेगा एंड देयर रेशियोज, ठीक है। दैट बैलेंस शीट रेशियोज वी विल प्रैक्टिस नेक्स्ट टाइम। आज सिर्फ इनकम स्टेटमेंट रेशियोज देते, ओके, क्लियर है। नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल टेक इट अप बैलेंस शीट रेशियोज। Once you have transformed into vertical, then ratios, just put the formulas, put the values, answer will be there. In your textbook, many questions are there. Please do the practice of those questions. ये घर पे बैठ के प्रैक्टिस करें आप लोग, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन भी है।